Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's, and today I'm participating in the DIY Christmas Wreath collaboration. And this is hosted by Kristi at Inspired Living with Kristi and Antoinette at Simple Yet Chic. I'll put a link to both of their pages down below in the description box, as well as a link to the playlist once it's available. This was a super easy wreath to put together, and if you want to see how I did this, stay tuned. It's coming up next. Okay, this is a wreath that I just got on my latest thrift haul at the Salvation Army. It's a really thick, it's a good, expensive wreath. So I'm not going to be gluing anything to it. I'm going to be using chenille stems and just these little limbs to tuck things in and hold them, and because I definitely want to be able to reuse this wreath year after year. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a battery pack of lights in it. And these are from Walmart, and they have a timer to them, which is going to be nice because I can set them to kick on, and then 6 hours later they'll turn back off. So I'm going to just weave these in and out. And the first thing you want to do with these lights is find your center. And then we're going to put that at the top, and then we're going to weave these in and out. And when you put lights in, it's actually better to do it when they're lit so you can see where you're putting them. So after I get these all tucked in and evenly dispersed, we'll be back. Okay, I've got them on, and now I'm just going to be tucking them in so that just the glow of the light shows. But I think this is, believe it or not, the most important part of doing a wreath that's lit is to make sure that these lights are even. I used some green pipe cleaners woven in and out of the, this one has a wire base, but I used that just to anchor the battery pack in place. Okay, now it's time to start decorating. I'm going to start with the ribbon. Okay, I tucked this ribbon down in and to the back, and I'm going to divide this in half and put the center of it at the bottom, and that way it turns out nice and even. And now I can just tuck this in and out. And since nothing's getting glued, I'll be able to get this to go the way I want it. And if I don't like the way it looks, I can just readjust it. And I don't know if you can tell, there's two sides to this. One is, I mean, they both look shiny, but one is flat and one is really glittery. So I'm going to try and make sure the glittery part stays in the front. But I'm going to tuck this side down in, the same as I did on the other side, and I can pull it out, and this can be tied in the back or just tucked in. So I will be back after I get that adjusted. One of the nice things about putting the ribbon all the way around is it takes up visual space so that you don't really have to fill in with so many ornaments, and it doesn't get overly busy. I'm going to turn the light out. You can see how the lights are already on. And I leave them on so I can see what needs adjusted. And where the ribbon needs to go. because I don't want the ribbon to cover up the lights. But then again, they shine right through this kind of ribbon. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is add the bow that I made. And there is going to be a video coming up that has got several different types of bows. You can also find this on my site. It's called a 5-minute bow. And I'll see if I can find a link to that and put it down below. But I seriously make these bows in under 5 minutes. I learned how to do these when I was a floral designer. You have to learn how to make them in a hurry. And these are super, super easy. Okay, I'm going to get this anchored up at the top by putting the chenille stems through and then twisting it in the back. And this is also going to be my hanger. So I'm going to get that done and I'll show you what I mean by hanger. Okay, this is the back of the wreath, and I have put the chenille stem in. And I don't know if you can see this wire here, but there's one on top of the wire and one underneath. And I'm going to twist this nice and tight so it doesn't go anywhere. And then I'm just going to wrap these two ends together. And flatten it out. And there is your hanger. And all I have to do is fluff up this bow and put the tails where I want them. And then I'm going to start putting in the ornaments. And these ornaments that I made, that was in a previous video, I did in clusters of 3. And what I did was, I used an ornament hook. And I'll show you that in a second here. Okay, that's the way I want it. Okay. Now this is just an ornament hook. And it was an extra long one. And I actually did get these at the Dollar Tree. But what I did was I slid the ornaments on here, folded it in half almost, twisted it up around all 3 ornaments, and then left this hook at the top. And this is going to be placed on there, and I'm going to wrap the ornament hook around the evergreen. And I have 5 bunches of these, which was 1 container. And I'm going to space these out with 1 at the top. And space them out in between. Okay, I got the ornaments on. And the one at the top I put to the top of the bow, because I'm going to add the star that I posted yesterday to the center. And what I'm doing with that is, it's got an ornament hook at the top, and like I said, I used the little gold cording, and I'm going to just tuck this up under the bow so that the star fits where I want it, and just close the ornament hook down over the evergreen. And that could be done right now, but you know me, I gotta add more bling. So I found these at the Dollar Tree a while back, and what I'm going to do is just cut these little branches down and tuck them in any place that looks a little empty. And I'm going to tuck them down in, and they are going to be held by the evergreen branches. Like I said, I am not using glue on this because this wreath is so nice. I will be using it again next year. Alright, we'll be back. And there it is, all done. A little more light on. And after Christmas, this just gets turned over. Just say Happy New Year. And if you're one of those people who doesn't feel right just sticking these little gold pieces in, glue them to your ribbon. There's plenty of ribbon on here that you could glue it to, and that way you don't have to worry about it coming off. I have it in there pretty good. And like I said, I just twisted this over top, and it's holding it in place. And if you give it a good shake, anything that falls off, you know, needs reattached. But, yep. There is my Glam Christmas wreath. And if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and happy creating, everyone.